I love the flavor of plain Jane rich and creamy vanilla ice cream, and I only eat it when I'm hungry to sustain my nutrition, because that's just the way God intended humans to enjoy the ice cream experience. I'd never eat it just for recreational satiation of my taste buds. None of those fancy little additives like crushed peanuts or chocolate syrup either. If God wanted vanilla ice cream, his favorite flavor, to have those extras in it, he'd have put them there. Now, it's weird enough that some people go around putting random things in their ice cream that God, and by proxy I, don't approve of. Not to mention that a lot of people eat ice cream even when they aren't hungry. They just mouth the stuff down because it tastes good. But if that wasn't enough, there are actually people on this planet that claim they don't like vanilla ice cream at all. In addition to the blasphemy of not liking God's favorite flavor choice of ice cream, these little infidels actually prefer chocolate ice cream. Ugh! Now, if you're as religious and patriotic as I am, you truly understand how disgusting and unnatural it is to eat chocolate ice cream. That's why I won't befriend a chocolate eater. I don't let my children talk to them, and I don't let them in my house. I understand that they are human beings just like I am, but they've chosen to like something very ungodly in terms of ice cream flavor, and I just can't have that kind of influence within striking distance of my family. Now, God might have dealt them a seemingly tough hand by not letting them prefer vanilla ice cream, but they need to understand that it's their human duty to eat it anyway, or at least to not eat chocolate. Granted, vanilla is the world's most popularly preferred flavor of ice cream, and those chocolate eaters are doing me the favor of reducing the demand and therefore increasing the supply of vanilla that's available to me. However, my selfish desires to eat dessert the way God intended me to do not have so much control over me that I don't still feel somehow offended over people daring to prefer a flavor that I don't. I'm looking out for their best interest, as I'm not even convinced that God made them with a natural preference for chocolate, as it would almost seem illogical for him to condemn acting upon the desires he created. So my best guess is that those frozen fudge eaters out there actually eat chocolate ice cream just because they hate God so much, or they're satanic abominations. Either way, they certainly don't deserve the exact rights and privileges that I enjoy. Now, I'll be the first to say that just because I'm repulsed by the idea of two chocolate eaters getting married and having a child, I still believe that they should have that right. It just shouldn't be called marriage, and they shouldn't be able to do it in a church. Out of respect for my beliefs, they should get all the same rights of married couples, but instead of marriage, it should be called an unholy union. And rather than a church, it should have to be done in a cemetery. Lastly, I'd like to see these chocolate eaters repay my above and beyond respect for them by respecting me enough to eat their chocolate ice cream out of my sight. I think I'm being more than reasonable here, but for some reason, every time I suggest that they prefer a more morally sound ice cream flavor, they look at me like I'm crazy. But I see no reason that we shouldn't all be able to get along just fine. Maybe they need to spend some more time in church to see things my way.